So we're at 24 under through 2. And I think the goal here is to double up or better. Try and have a stronger weekend than we had coming out the gate here. The tee box is moving up, so we got slightly shorter tees, and the winds are staying at medium. But the fairways and the greens get quite a bit firmer, and the green speed comes down just a touch. So greens should play fairly similar, I would think, to the last round here. But gotta leave quite a bit of room once we get onto the greens for some rollout. So this is going to be quite interesting because I think it makes sense to go down as far as we can here, but gotta leave some room on the pitch shot. Gotta leave some room on the pitch shot to account for the big bounce. Because there's also a fair amount of bounce on these fairways as well, so even though things are a little bit shorter, everything's going to be carrying quite a bit of momentum. So I think with that, that's like, you've got to play some loft on these shots and then also play a little bit of backspin and try and make sure that everything kind of bites. I'm actually a bit surprised there. Maybe the wind plays a bit more. But I definitely thought we're going to carry substantially shorter than that. Like, substantially shorter than that. Okay. So this just means that we've got one that breaks quite a bit. Coming down the hill. Turning this side. Not how you want to see it start. Not how you want to see it start when you get the low ride there. That's not great. That's not great. That's not. Head up. Head up, head up, head up. Gonna play a little bit of loft on this one. I'm trying to be short. We're trying to be below the hole. That is what we want. Below the hole is how we get our birdie. Now, 102 doesn't really help. Except that it does. It doesn't help. So I thought. So I thought. Okay, so I'm a little bit perplexed because that's how I thought that the pitch shot was going to play, as far as I play that much loft, should take some distance off of it and then bounce up. But that's not quite what we had gotten, so gonna be fighting with that a little bit, I think. Going to be fighting with that a little bit, but I'm not, I shouldn't be overly concerned yet. We're 2 holes in. We scored on one of them. You know, as much as I want to score on every one of them, gotta keep the mind in it. Gotta keep yourself checked. Alright, this one we're definitely gonna play. Quite a bit, because it's gonna come off this lie, and then the wind. It is uphill, but gotta make sure we give it enough. And if it's not enough, then we're below the hole on the right-hand side. So just to the right and pin high is probably best case scenario. So we've got 10 feet up the hill. There's a touch of wind, but up the hill, it shouldn't play that much. So I need to take off a little bit here to try and be short. Hitting that 102 again. Just takes us a little bit far. I mean, it's still a putt. At the end of the day, like, I have to remind myself. At the end of the day, I have to remind myself that we still are leaving ourselves with a chance. Sometimes we're converting on said chances, but it's definitely a tough rhythm when your approach game is like not quite as dialed in as you would either like it to be or think that it should be. Okay. See, so playing off the back tees, you can actually, you know, we played it over to here last time. But I think this is probably where you would like to be, just because you're gonna have a little bit more room to work. Wow, that really bounced down there. Hot dang, man. Started that thing as far right as you can go. I mean, I think this is actually short. I think if you fully shape this and then play a little bit of fade, I think that's best bet for us to get it to sit. Come on, clear it, clear it, clear it. Why are you so short? You're supposed to get distance from that. A little bit too much cut. A little bit too much cut, I guess. I mean, that has to be it, right? Has to be it. And then leave this. Oh, it's too short. I thought for sure the heavy rough lie there, maybe I underhit it, or maybe it was too fast and took too much distance. I thought out of the heavy rough, that's gonna wanna go. Hey, what's going on, Reaper? Welcome back. How are you doing today? Downhill, downwind. I think we've got to give it a little something loft-wise. There's a good strike. That felt good. Come on. Get up over. So now we're like overlofting some stuff. Reaper, thank you for the follow. Just trying to figure this game out. How's the round going? The round's going all right. We're 3 under through 4. For some reason, the past 2 rounds, I've like felt like I'm playing pretty terribly, yet we're scoring pretty well. So that's probably the best place you can possibly be in golf, is feeling like you're not doing great and still doing pretty good. Just having a hard time converting on the par 5s. We're getting the birdies, but we've got like decent opportunities at eagle, and we're missing almost all of them. Uh-oh. Let's drifting a little bit too far right. Kick left, please. Thanks. Okay, come on. Let's get something down to a distance that is like, for sure make. I know that that's asking quite a bit. I think what we're gonna do is probably play something out towards here. Because I think what I can do is expect the wind to not play too much, but we get to the fatter part of the green and then roll out, and everything curls right to left here to the hole, so hopefully this is the right shot for this. It's a good strike, a little bit of a pull, wind brings it back. Of course the wind plays more in this situation than it has been. Catch the ridge, come down the hill. Oh, come on, come down big time. Don't you sit up there. Don't do me dirty like that. Come on, pick up some speed. I know it's only moderate, so it's gonna stop pretty quick, but I'll take it. I'll take it. It's a little bit more out to the right than I'm hoping. It's just a slight breaker, man. Slight breaker. But with it being downhill, like, I know that means it's gonna be more. Like, 100% just know that if we're rolling across, like, it's gotta be out to something like this. Is that still gonna go low on me? You suck. Oh, man. Just broke so much more in that last bit. Like, it's that. We get the birdie, which is fantastic, but, like, I just need one of those eagles to drop to, like, satiate my hunger for scoring. I like the big birds a lot. Friend gifted you the game on Monday, so you've only just started playing? Well, it's a good time to just start playing because the game just released crossplay and ranked online today, so as you're learning, there's gonna be a good, I would think there would be a bit of an uptick in the player base, or at least in, you know, returning players, maybe some new ones. I think we have to be okay with this. Like, if it goes long, it goes long, but gotta make sure there's a chance that we get to the hole. Come on, get up the hill. Release up and sit. Stay. Okay, we've got a chance at a putt. Hey, McMokey. Getting the PGA, that's the plan. That is indeed the plan. I have 2 golf games. Dabble in both of them. I hope that both are good. But yes, that is definitely what we're banking on. First golf game you've played since the Tiger Woods Masters game years ago? It's a great game. I'm very biased towards this series. I've been playing since the last game, but I think mechanically it's very, very good and presents a good challenge. And the community around it on Twitch is something special, for sure. It's gonna come up short, but it's a 3 hybrid, so I have to play it. I know that it's sloped and stuff. I have to hope that 102 is gonna help. But I have to hope that it gets a strong enough kick even despite the slope. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I could try and overpower that. I don't really want to play a 3-wood. I really don't want to try and play a 3-wood. That just doesn't speak to me here. You gotta go in one of these times, man. One of these chips, one of these scramble situations, they've gotta go. They've gotta go. We can't be dancing around the hole like that. It's too much for my heart. It's too much for my heart. Okay. I'm gonna take the layup here. I'm not gonna bound it down. I'm hoping that that's the right decision. Normally our wedge play is our strong suit, though today we've been a little bit off on getting some of these shots in the right place, so a little bit fast. It's a decent line. It's a little long, though. Yeah, just can't quite dial in our landing spot. A lot of too longs or a lot of too shorts. There hasn't been a lot of just rights. Need Goldilocks to figure this out here pretty shortly. That stings. That stings! Signed up with TGC. Trying to get used to the tournament settings. A lot less forgiving than the old Tiger Woods games. If this is your first Tiger game in years, I will say it's not a bad thing to practice and progress. I would say start on pro and like learn the game and try and get somewhat consistent with that, and then make the jump into Masters and go. It's the second hardest difficulty setting for swing difficulty, and it has a lot of legend settings, so we play on the tougher end of the spectrum, so I would definitely say get into it early, and it's something to strive for, but don't be too hard on yourself out the gate if it's quite tough. 7-iron should release a little. Stay. No, where are you going? Oh, that's so mean. That's so mean. That rank plus voice chat is timed to be toxic to strangers? Does it have voice chat for the parties? Huge putt. We're gonna stop that par train right there. We're gonna stop that par train right there. All right. Get the boomstick out. Big swing. All right. 105 will play. 105 will play. Eagle time. I like where your head's at, Brennan. I like where your head's at. Swing speed has been your biggest issue. So the good thing is, and maybe the bad thing in this case, starting out, the swing speed is the same for all of the difficulty settings. It's just, you know, how forgiving it is shrinks. The biggest thing I would say is it's get in a posture, get a pre-shot routine, and find what works. And it's the downswing timing that matters. So I will say, get consistent with something, even if you're always fast or always slow. As long as you're somewhat in the same ballpark, once you get to that point, go to training and go to swing calibration and calibrate. If you're consistent, that'll move your perfect window a little bit slower, a little bit faster. I mean, it has some bounds to it, but it can shift that perfect for you. All right, uphill, a little bit of wind, bigger bounce. Gonna give it a little bit of roll. This is a gap wedge. This is a gap wedge into a par 5. We have to. And I mean, emphasizing have to do something with this here. .101, just gray slow. Come on, kick forward and left. And then a little release. Just be an Albie. Just be an Albie. Okay, it's not an albatross, but I can, with 100% confidence, make that eagle putt. So there you go, Brennan. That is the right mindset. That is the right mindset. It's not an Albie. Almost, you know, the nipple lasers were like starting to come out a little bit. That is beautiful. I mean, if you get a gap wedge into a par 5, it's almost criminal to not get an eagle. I say almost criminal because I get gap wedges into par 3s and I miss them, so that's why I say almost. Yeah, you can still 2-putt for birdie, but you wanna get something nice out of it. All right, first eagle since the first round. Uphill, a little bit of wind. I think the sand wedge is probably gonna need a little bit of D-loft. We'll slow on this one. Okay. If it's flat enough, we can still putt it from here. I think it's short enough that we have to putt it from here. Hitting the green in 2 and 3 putting for a nice par, McBokey. Yeah, I've been there. I think we've all been there. I think we'd be lying if we haven't. Oh, I've done it in the game though too. In real life, I'm lucky to hit a par 5 green at this point in 5. You know, maybe 4 on a good. We're getting there. I just am not a good ball striker yet. No, you're supposed to disappear behind my head and into the cup. You piece of garbage. Gosh darn it. Why can't we make them? They're all like just there. Oh, we're close. We're close. It's just like a no cigar situation right now. Wow, look at how far up. Just that little bit fast. That much left, but if we're lucky, it's gonna ride the ridge right. If we're unlucky, it's just gonna go up and sit. Great. Great. Who doesn't love a downhill chipper? Who doesn't love this? And I have to like flight it to the green. I have to like flight it to the green because it's gonna bounce. All right, come on. Nice straight shot. Get it to release down to the right a little bit. I pushed it. Oh, but it kicked. And it released. You know, it's not how you draw it up. Sometimes you get lucky. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and act like that was anything like I was trying to do. Obviously, end goal was the same. The swing played with the bounce and the speed, none of that really to plan. I've been wanting eagles, so there's an eagle. Hey, we are hitting a lot of 105s today. Like 105's the number. We hit the 109 though, and of course, another situation where we 109 it and go over the green. So my inner Bryson is coming out a little bit too much. Yeah, definitely don't want to be coming on that strong. How much do I trust myself to partial pitch? Shouldn't have. Real jerky swing. Didn't turn out that bad. Got the power right, but man, did I swing up. Just how I drew. Yeah, exactly, Matt. Just as long as you cut the part where I say what I'm trying to do out of it, yeah. You cut that out, then yeah, we're right on. Right on, point with that shot. For sure. I think you just... I think you take 3-wood here, and then... It just is a little bit too flirtatious taking hybrid. I think you take 3-wood and then you play a pitch shot or like a really shaped, if it's at the right distance, lob wedge. This is such a mean pin. This is such a mean pin. Oh, come on. Sit. Sit, 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 sit. Even with all that shape, like, that bounce is just so much because it's a downhill slope. Everything's around. This is a tough par 4 because it's, like, not even drivable in these conditions, but the green is set up in drivable par 4 setup. So like tougher green because it is normally a gettable green. That's incredibly rude. Almost high. Almost high. Oh, that was, yeah, that's a mean one. But Reaper, I think it's because distance-wise, if the wind is right, you can potentially drive that green. Now, there's other hazards there, so I feel like it's maybe set up a little bit too mean. Because it's not like I don't know, some drivable par 4s, like the greens are meaner because you can get down there, but normally there's not as much hazard around those greens. So for that one, it's a little bit interesting to me that one is the way that it is. Okay, not bad. A little bit strong, but we got the tempo we want. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, obviously we're trying to get that in a spot where we can hole it. I mean, pin high from like here is probably where you want to be, but it's so hard to get it exactly pin high and below the hole at like a decent decent spot. That's what makes these so tough to me, at least. Good adjustment at the end there. Good adjustment at the end. Come on. This round is going pretty well. This round is going definitely somewhere in between the two. I mean, we've got 2 holes left. If we finish it like last round, it's even better because we actually got some eagles. Yeah, I play with the PS5 controller because we're on PS5. I think PC is the only one that can play with a different input device. You can play with any controller or keyboard and mouse. But yeah, we play with controller. I'm a left thumb swinger. So this is one where we're definitely in between, because distance coming off of this, I mean, we're like 8 yards short. Should put this at like 6 yards long. So I think we've got to play the loft on here. That's overpowered and fast. I knew that I held on too long. But I also did not get a good swing at it. Leaving a tough putt. Okay, so we've been admittedly too short, or not too short, but too low on a lot of these. I think for this one, we should be okay. I think we should be okay with pace. I think for this, it's more so how much it breaks at the end. That, like, it's gonna turn, but as it goes here, it should keep turning and turning and turning. Too much pace, maybe? Come on, it's more turn at the end. Okay, so started playing it a little bit too much. It's actually pretty much where you want it to be. Just ended with a little bit of over aim. You're on PC, tried keyboard and mouse, and found it nearly impossible to swing with the mouse. It's an interesting thing. PC is quite tough, but there are certain things that are easier, I think, on PC with some practice. Some of the best players in the world play on keyboard and mouse, so it's definitely doable. .104 slow, but it might just be enough to clear the bunker there. That's the only thing that we're really ever worried about on this drive. Two more. We're gonna eagle this, right? Right, Bredlin? You gotta keep that same mindset. It's not a gap wedge though. That's certainly not what we have in the bag or in the hand here. We have a 5-iron, so we know it's gonna get out a little bit more. But let's hit the pin. No, too long. That was always a tough one, because if you loft that too much, you get the very firm... bounce off of the fringe. So, and it's into wind just enough to kind of put you in conflict the whole time. Very tough pin for a par 5, having the length like that, but then also just... Alright, let's make eagle from downtown. Too low? Because why not? All right, I think that's 15, right? Okay. Okay. Chipping away. Chipping away. One stroke better than the last. We're moving on up. Let's take that. Maybe one up ourselves again in round 4. End on the highest of notes. Let's go.